We got another great show, guys. Another great show from Lucha Underground, and this show had a very slow start. The first two matches were a bit of a disappointment for me because they were a bit short, and I believe could have been better and didn't have much action. But this show ultimately was about not Ultima Lucha, was about Aztec Warfare, which will be next week. And Aztec Warfare is a lot like the Royal Rumble. There's 20 participants, and one by one, uh, someone comes into the ring, and when the time comes, someone else comes, and it's elimination. And the last guy wins a shot at the Lucha Underground title. So that's next week. And this show build up to that by having a few vignettes. You had Johnny Mundo talking to Prince Puma in the back, and Prince Puma was hitting the bag, and Johnny Mundo's like, this year will go way better than last year. Last year I didn't train well, that's why you beat me. And he was just talking smack to Prince Puma, and for some reason he was hitting the bag, and for some reason Johnny Mundo just walked out, and then Prince Puma just looked back at Johnny Mundo. He's like, because he's a cat. He's like, boom, punched through the heavy bag. There was sand coming out, so maybe they're gonna have a match. They're gonna be fighting each other next week. I don't know. Looking forward to that. And Dragon Azteca and Rey Mysterio were in the back. They were in a table, and Rey Mysterio put out a bottle of tequila, and Dragon Azteca's like, what, why, what's the occasion? And he pulled out an envelope. He's like, here. Oh, he's like, it's an invitation to Lucha Underground. Next week is Aztec Warfare. And he's like, oh man, I'm so excited. And he's like, are you gonna go? And then he pulls out his, and he's like, let the best man win. Salud. And then they both down a shot of tequila. So Dragon Azteca thinks gonna make his debut next week, and Rey Mysterio too. That's gonna be so awesome. Oh, those who don't know, Rey Mysterio is gonna have a match this Sunday against Kurt Angle in a UR fight card, and this is gonna be on pay per view for $11.99. It's a Frankenstein card, as someone in my comment section put it. I forgot who said it, but there's gonna be an MMA fight, a grappling match, and a boxing match, which Roy Jones gonna fight a fan. So I'm actually really considering ordering that because I really want to see Kurt Angle versus Ray, and I think $11.99 is worth it. So I may be reviewing that. So look out for that. But Rey Mysterio is gonna make his debut at Aztec Warfare. That's gonna be good. And you had Dario Cueto. He was in front of like an abandoned factory or something like that, and he's like, I think they're ready. I think I'll come back to the temple. So he's returning to Lucha Underground 2. And I'm assuming it's next week for Aztec Warfare, I don't know. And then he opens the door, and this comes a big old buff guy covered in blood, and his fist clenched, and he's wearing like a mask that really resembles Jason from Friday the 13th. He's covered in blood, like a horror character, right? And before that, there was screams. There was a bunch of screams inside the factory. So I assume he killed plenty of people, had blood all over himself. This guy's a killer. He's huge. I assume he's making his debut next week. And if that's true, it looks like he's gonna do some competition for Mil Muertes. This is gonna be some serious competition for Mil Muertes if he debuts next week. So Evangelico, Ivalice, and Son of Havoc defeat the Disciples of Death. This match was a bit disappointing. I thought it could have been a bit longer. Yes, it had all the high spots and stuff like that, but I wish it was a bit longer. But then when I saw the main event, it was perfect. It's okay that they sacrificed the quality of the first two matches for the quality of the last match and the stories that were being told. One thing you will always get in Lucha Underground is one great match and a great story. So I give this show a B. No, actually a B plus, because the ending match and the thing that was revealed at the end were so great. I'll go into that right now. In a bit actually. Ivalice, Angelico, and Son of Havoc defeat Disciples of Death, win back the Trios Championship, and they get to stay in Lucha Underground. Because if they lost, as Evilise put it, they had to hit the open road. But they won, luckily, and I should have known that they were gonna win. But I get so caught up in this universe because they make me believe. They make me believe that anything could happen. And that's why I was like, oh, are they going to win or are they going to lose? That's why this match was interesting for me. But I still wish that it had gone 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes longer. It could have been a much better match. And then you get a backstage when Mil Muertes just beating the crap out of the Disciples of Death. He throws one over the lockers and he falls flat. And then he picks one up by the neck, like has him. And then Katrina comes, he's like, hey man, let him go. And he just throws him on his face. And she's like, or not. And that's when they go out to their match. The second match was Chavo Guerrero versus Tejano. And they go into, they hit each other with the rope. They do some choking stuff. But another match that I think could have been a lot better if we had 2, 3, 4 more minutes. I enjoy my matches. I enjoy watching my matches. But I like a match to build up. That's why I'm such a big fan of Ric Flair. Because he would build and build. This guy would build for an hour. I'm not saying that's good for everybody. But it worked for him. And I like my match to progress. To get good. Ooh, great. That's when a match get great. Speaking of a great match, Mil Muertes versus Phoenix. Wow. Both these guys told a story. And Phoenix was going to dive outside of the ring. And Mil Muertes just hits him in the face with the chair. Busts it wide open. Tears open his mask. Doesn't tear it open all the way. But he tears it enough so you could see his skull and stuff. Not his skull. His forehead. And he's just beating the living hell out of him. Took him up on the stands, threw him on the chairs, and he fell on top of a fan. Everybody was like, oh. They started immediately chanting, holy shit. Another thing, Vampiro always says shit. He was like, shit. How is he able to do that? This is network TV. Or is El Rey Network really lenient about that stuff? Because shit is it's a pretty big cuss word, not like crap or bitch. I never hear that like in a PG show, so that's just something I got to notice. But Phoenix gets his payback against Mil Muertes, and he actually opens his mask up from the top, and you could see he has like a full head of hair, longer than mine. And actually, like this part was open, it was like half open, like this much. And his hair was flopping all over the place. It was pretty long, guys. And I was really surprised. I thought he would be bald. I think Phoenix was bald. And that's pretty cool. But it's maybe not something I really wanted to see because Mil Muertes is not supposed to be like a human being. But as for Phoenix, he embarrassed him like that. And the ending, he was going to do the... I always flatliner, which is when he gets him by the neck and he throws him back right on his face, and he was gonna do that, and Phoenix turns around. I don't even know how this gets under him and puts it like this. I don't know if you guys could see it, probably not. His legs go over and he's like that over Mil Muertes, and it's 2-3. Huge shocker. He turns in the Gift of the Gods title for his title shot, and he wins. We got a new champion. We got a new Lucha Underground champion. And this is why I love this show, because anything could happen. Anything could happen on any given week. I love it. And when he's out celebrating with the fans, holding the Lucha Underground championship, he's only the third Lucha Underground champion. Katrina like, Phoenix, enjoy your title while you can, because next week is Aztec Warfare, and Mil Muertes is going to be in it. Oh, and it's going to be for the Lucha Underground Championship. So it's like this year that the Royal Rumble was for the WWE title. It's like that. The Aztec Warfare will be for the Lucha Underground Championship. Oh, and that's not it. Phoenix will come in number 1. And Mil Muertes will come in number 20. So this set up another ultimate underdog champ story. You got a champion that just got in, a champion that just won his belt, and now he has to defend it against everybody in the roster. I can't wait for next week. You got Johnny Mundo. Oh, I was gonna say Pentagon wasn't on this show, and I'm not even upset. I'm not even upset because of that. Because the ending was so legit. It was so awesome, man. Rey Mysterio is gonna make his debut. Hell yeah. Dragon Azteca, I think Aerostar, Drago, Jack Evans, PJ Black, the Mac, Sexy Star. Everybody's gonna be there next week for Aztec Warfare. And as you could tell, I'm very excited about this. But that's what this show does. It's so good. So good. B plus show, and I might even be stretching it just so I don't seem like like I'm trying to ride Lucha Underground's dick. I just enjoy the show so much. It's just such a fun show that tells a story, like I've said, and have very good matches. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a great day. I can't wait for next week. Peace.